Okay, I'm here with a guy that's been here 50 years. 50
That's hard to
years.
believe.
Goodness, 50 years this month.
I was 22 when I started at Channel 5. I've been here 50 years, so do the math.
I was 11.
Well, this guy is the one who hired me, Harold Taft. And it's appropriate we're in the Harold Taft room because these are the only 3 chief meteorologists NBC5 has ever had.
I don't know if there's a station in the country that since 1948, that's only had 3 chief meteorologists.
It's a
That's
pretty
amazing.
unique place to work.
It's unique that you or anyone has stayed in the same place for 50 years. Same station. This is the only job you've ever had, right?
That's right, out of college. I did some stocking of grocery shelves in summer months
Sure,
what
right.
days passed. But
Yeah.
no, this is the only full-time job I've ever had. And I don't know how much longer I'll stick around. Management seems to think they'd like me to be here a little while longer. We'll see.
You're not going anywhere.
But I don't expect I'll ever catch Bobby Wygant. She worked for almost 70 years.
Oh,
and
come
I don't
on,
plan
man.
on
You
that.
could do that. You could do it, David. Don't give up on yourself. A couple of the things, because I've known you since 2012, so we've had conversations, but one of the things I think is interesting is that when you first started here, you were not an employee of KXAS. You were an employee of him.
Harold hired me. And so for my first couple of years here, I actually got a paycheck from Harold E. Taft and Associates. He had a contract to provide all of the weather for the TV station, and he hired me. Of course, then we had a news director come in and found out I didn't work for him. He couldn't have fired me if he wanted to, because I worked for Harold.
And so
that's when I became an official employee.
Yeah.
So I've worked at Channel 5 for 50 years, haven't been an employee, but for about 48. So I've still got some time to go.
You went, your first time on the air was January of 1976. Do you have any recollection of that very first time?
Yeah,
That's a long time ago.
It was a noon newscast. I'd been coming in for the previous week learning the ropes, learning how to draw the paper maps and all the chalk and mark slots. And I had everything all set up. Harold was ready to do the weather, and right at the commercial break before weather, he said, "David, why don't you do it today?"
So he didn't give you like a day's notice. He's like, just go do it.
I had like 2 minutes notice that I was going to make my television
He did that
debut.
on purpose.
He did, and I am so grateful, because I wasn't sitting there the whole day before,
Stewing.
oh, what am I going to do? Is this going to work? And he just threw me out there, and evidently something worked, because I'm still here 50 years later.
I don't know if you told me this. I think you did. But in college, the class you most dreaded was speech.
Public speaking.
Public speaking, and here you...
Most people would knock that out their freshman year.
Yeah.
And I postponed it and postponed it. I got to the last semester of my senior year, and I petitioned my counselor, could I take another semester of Russian instead
of
public speaking? He said, no, if you want to graduate, you've got to take speech. And I did, and I found out if I was prepared, if I knew what I was talking about, I could do it. And I know the weather. So that gave me the
served you
confidence.
well for the last 50 years, right?
I have no complaints.
Congratulations.
Thanks so much, Rick. You've still got a few years to go.
I'm trying to catch you, but you just keep adding to it. Slow down.